Hello everyone, good morning and welcome to Loewenwood Forest Homeschool. So usually what I like to do is I like to show you a little bit of our homeschool and I take you for a tour outside in our forest because we employ a forest curriculum as part of our homeschooling. And so I love just taking you along with us and showing you our 1,000 hours outside challenge. So that's our goal for 2019, to get the kids outside for 1,000 hours. And with our forest homeschool curriculum, it just seems to make sense and I'm pretty sure it's doable. But we still need to get done, the A's and B's and 1, 2, 3s and all that sort of stuff. So this video is about what I use for my grade 4 bilingual son. So we do French and English because we're in Canada and both languages are official languages. So I teach both. And this is what we use. I started homeschooling last year. My oldest, my son, was in grade 3 and he had a very difficult grade 2. I met with the teachers, tried to resolve issues, and in fact one teacher we met with said he might do better with a different curriculum. So I'm not faulting the school, I'm not faulting teachers. If you do public school, that's awesome, that's great. I did public school, but it wasn't a good fit for my son. So we decided to homeschool him and he is thriving. He is doing really, really great. So I just wanted to share with you the curriculum that we've been using, and yeah, maybe that can help you out as well. So to start with, we have this. This is the grade 4 Canadian curriculum. This is very inexpensive. I think it's $20. I buy it from Amazon. Super easy. I photocopy all the pages so I can reuse this book for younger kids. The one thing with it is there is no teacher's manual. So if you use this book, you need to look ahead and know how to teach it. So even without a teacher's manual, I didn't have a problem with any grade 4 materials, and so I find it very easy to teach to. I actually still remember everything I learned in grade 4. That's kind of an odd thing. So, so this covers, as you see, math, English, social studies, and science. So the science portion I find super duper easy, but I do have a degree in science, so maybe that's why. Social studies, also super duper easy. Mostly it's talking about like world cultures, so you're learning about how like Jewish people do things versus like people from India versus people in Europe. You're learning about global things, so it's all good. And English, of course, is English. You read a portion and then you have questions that you have to answer based on reading, and then you have a section about like grammar and different stuff like that. Math, it's math. So the math portion I absolutely love. We do English, social studies, and science only a few days a week. Our big focus is on math and French. I'll get to that later. So for the math, because we do it every day and there's not enough in this book for us to be able to do it every day, I also picked up this, the Canadian Curriculum Math Smart. And so it was only $7 on Amazon. And basically it just adds more work on top of this. So I follow along the order in here in math, and I found when my son was in school that this matched perfectly to what he was doing in school. So I know this covers the exact same thing that he would in what we call big school or public school. And so this is just extra work. So whenever he's done a section, I'll just go through here and see if there's a couple more pages that he can do. I also go online for a few more resources, and my favorite place to go is called K5 Learning, because they have free sheets that you can print off, free worksheets. You just go to the bottom of their page and there's a place where you can click, and you click on grade level and the subject, and they have lots of subjects there, but I use their math primarily. Okay, so that is the bulk of what we do every day is out of these two books, and this is our next book, which is called Ma quatrième année expliquée. So this is my 4th grade explained. And so what it's actually meant to be is it's meant for a child to go to a big school or public school and then come home and kind of have extra sheets to help them learn. So it is very good. The worksheets are very good. I do enjoy that. It's meant to follow along with the French curriculum in Quebec. So it is slightly more advanced than what he would be learning in a French immersion grade 4 class, which is what he would be here in Ontario. But they are very well done. I have found some mistakes, which is a little surprising because French is my 2nd language, and I'm surprised that I've found mistakes, but there has been some mistakes in the book. Just in terms of the answer, like the answers at the back, I'm like, I don't think that's how you spell that word, and I'll look it up in the dictionary, and yeah, the book has it wrong. So anyway, I'm a little surprised by that, but also I don't like the way it's laid out. So this book, similar to this grade 4 book, is in order of like grammar and then spelling, and then, I liked our last book, which was Biz Biz, which I'll show you a picture of it right here. And so this is what we used when he was in grade 3, and I absolutely loved it. Again, following the curriculum in Quebec, and it was so fantastic. I really enjoyed it. My son really enjoyed it. However, when I went to order a new one for this year, a grade 4 one, they don't make them anymore. They don't sell them anymore. I was so disappointed and so shocked that I could not get this book anymore because I absolutely loved it. And yeah, so this is what we're trying this year. This one isn't really working for us, so I'm gonna have to find a different one, but we'll finish it up. We'll use it up for the rest of the year and then hopefully find something that we like better. Okay, going on to writing. So what we used last year was this cursive handwriting without tears. Loved it. My son, who hates writing, actually enjoyed this, and his handwriting is, okay, his printing is atrocious, but his handwriting is gorgeous. So he really did really well in it. The one thing I found, though, is that they don't really talk about how to write capitals. I don't know why, but they don't really go into writing capitals. So I did find this book from the dollar store. So this is the Brainy book, K22. So it actually starts out in the front. It actually has a bunch of printing. So if you wanted to start your kindergartner in printing, you can use these pages. And I did print some out for my kindergarten, my JK child, but she was really bored by them because the other writing pages that I can get for her, they'll have a little drawing section, or they'll ask her questions and she can, match up the letters, or she can cut and paste. Anyway, there's a little activity that goes with the other printing pages that I print off for her. And so these ones, which are just lines, she's bored. My JK did not like them, but my grade 4, he's doing really well. So they have sentences right here, you can see, as well as the upper and the lowercase. And so he's doing really great doing that. And then for writing, we've just started this. I was having them do a little book, which maybe you did this in elementary as well. I did it where you had a book where you drew a picture or something and then you would write some sentences at the bottom. Well, he didn't really like that. He loved the drawing of the picture part, but the writing part he didn't really like. So we're trying this. So this is by Kumon. And this was $9 off of Amazon. And yeah, so we're giving this a try. So far, so good. He's doing a lot of writing already in it, which he's not really a huge fan, but trying to encourage him little steps that, writing is something he needs to do. And thankfully, we're making huge leaps and bounds when it comes to reading. So for reading, what we've done, for English, I haven't really done much in terms of English reading with him. I've really been focusing on the French reading. And to do that, I've created these cards. So I couldn't find any cards that helped me the way I wanted them to. So I just created my own, and basically all the sounds that you have in French for French reading, I've created these little cards for. So just like the sound I is like in my, so that anytime you read these words, they make the I sound. So in French, I never realized how many times like a certain sound, this is R, you go, so like A, all these letter combinations make the sound A. So I had him start going through these cards so that when he would read a story, he would know what sound it would make, because he really struggled with that. It's really hard to go from the alphabet with all these letters make these sounds to, here, just read this. Like, he had a really hard time with the letter combinations, especially in the French reading. Anyway, so we've got these, j'aime lire, and we actually got a few of them just from a friend who had them, and their kids are older, they didn't want them anymore. But they are a subscription, so you can get like one a month sent to your house. And so that's pretty cool. I think, and they are Canadian as well, which is really great. So the stories, they just have little stories inside and little cartoons and little activities, but the stories are really fun, and obviously there's a lot of pictures. And so my son enjoys it. Like, if we skip a day of reading, he'll be like, well, Mommy, what happens in the story? So we always read a couple of pages at least. And he's doing really excellent. I'm really proud of him. For English, what he has found, his aunt gave him in underpants books, and so he's really loved that. We started off reading it to him, and he just loved them so much, he started reading them himself, which is amazing. And last of all, what we have to cover art is, ta-da, this book, Great Artists, and I highly recommend it. We have had so much fun doing all the different art, and I'll try and put a picture montage at the end of this video just so you can see a few of the things that we've made. So the book itself is amazing. So yeah, it's an artist, you learn about them, you do an example of their artwork. Yeah, so it's just been so much fun, and each page is different, and you learn about a different artist, and we've just been enjoying it so much. It won a Benjamin Franklin Award, and it won Practical Homeschooling Reader Award. Yes! That was almost $20. I think this was also on Amazon. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Once a week, I'd like to do sort of these more formal type videos where I talk more about the type of homeschooling we do and the different curriculums we use. And this will be a great place for me to answer any of your questions, any Q&As that you want to ask me. And I'd love to hear about what you do in your homeschool. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and if you love watching us in the forest, don't worry, those videos are coming up next. Have a great day, everyone. Bye!